Hi friends, welcome to Magic Mustache Math. I am Miss Cosmos and this is topic 10-3 homework, page 161 in your homework book. So page 161, we are doing only the even problems, so 2 and 4. Number 2, there are 10 birds. Of those birds, 2/5 of them are mockingbirds. How many of the birds are mockingbirds? So we have, for number 2, 10 birds, and it says of those birds, 2/5 of them are mockingbirds. So here is our word of, which means multiply, 2/5. So I'm going to use my picture method for this one. So I have 10 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then my bottom number right here, my 5, tells me how many groups I'm going to need. Now I know that 10 divided by 5 is 2, so I'm betting that they're going to be equal groups of 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal groups of 2. And looking up here at my top number, it's telling me that 2 of my 5 groups will be colored in. 1, 2. Now I count each of the parts that were colored. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is 4 are mockingbirds. Number 4, Tanya's age is 1/4 of her mother's age. Tanya's mother is 36 years old. How old is Tanya? So 1/4 of means multiply her mother's age, and her mother's age is 36. So we have 1/4 times 36. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, because 36 is kind of a big number, I don't want to draw 36 little circles, so I'm going to use our super secret method. I'm going to put my 36 over 1. I'm going to multiply straight across. 1 times 36 equals 36. And then 1 times 4 equals 4. Now, I can see right away that 36 divided by 4 is 9, because I've been practicing my math facts. But if you didn't know that, you could see as high as you could go with the math facts that you know for 4. Let's say it was 12, and you know that 4 times 3 is 12. You're going to pull out 12/4, and that's going to equal 3 holes. And then you're going to subtract 36 minus 12. I'm going to do it right here because I don't want to do that in my head. You always check your work. Even if you think you know, check it anyway. 6 minus 2 is 4. 1 from 3 is 2. So we have 24 left. And we have a 4 on the bottom because that stays the same when we are adding and subtracting fractions. So now we have 24/4 left. I'm going to take out another 12 because maybe that's as high as I can go with my 4s, and that's okay. I'm going to work with it. So 12/4, that is another 3 holes. 24 minus 12, I know that that's 12. So I have another 12/4 here. So that's another 3 holes. So now I have 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9 holes. So my answer is that Tanya is 9. Flip the page. We are going to do our checked assessment practice, numbers 11 and 12. A restaurant has 18 tables. They have guests dining at 5/6 of the tables. How many tables have guests? So for number 11, we have 18 holes times 5/6. Okay, and we can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to try to do my picture method. Even though 18 is kind of large, I'm going to try it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have 18 holes right here. And I know because of my fact families that 18 divided by 6 is 3. So I'm betting that to put these into 6 equal groups, I'm going to have groups of 3. So let's see if I'm right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal groups. Yep. And now my top number tells me how many of those groups are shaded in. We're going to shade in 5 of the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go back and we're going to count each individual hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's go see if 15 tables. Letter C. Number 12. It is 55 miles from St. Augustine, Florida to Daytona Beach, Florida. As Jorge was traveling between the two cities, he stopped 3/5 of the way to Daytona Beach to have lunch. How many miles did Jorge travel before he stopped? So here are our numbers. We have 55 and we have 3/5 and the word of. So I am going to write my equation as 55 times 3/5. Now, there is no way that Miss Cosmos is making 55 little circles, so we are going to have to do our super secret method of putting this 55 over a 1 and multiplying across. So, 55 times 3. Again, these are really big numbers. I am not doing that in my head, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to work this problem out using standard algorithm multiplication. 3 times 5 is 15, and I carry my 1. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So 55 times 3 is 165. Now, 1 times 5 is 5. Now, just from looking at these, this number ends in a 5, and I have a 5 down here. So this is kind of like saying 165 divided by 5. And I know that I'm going to get a whole number because this number ends in 5. So it has to be divisible by 5, which means you can divide it by 5 evenly. But it's such a large number, I'm not sure what that is. So I'm going to just keep taking out wholes and adding them together until I get far enough down that I see a number that I recognize or that I know off the top of my head. So I know that 5 times 10 is 50. So I'm going to put 50 over 5, and this is 10 holes. So if I take 165 minus 50, I'll go ahead and work it out down here just to be sure of my math. 0 from 5 is 5, 5 from 6 is 1, and my 1 drops down, so I'm left with 115. So 115 over 5, and I've pulled out my 10 holes. I'm going to do it again. 50 over 5 is 10 holes, and then I'm going to subtract 50 from 115. And if you cannot do this in your head, that's okay. Come on down. We will work it out. 0 from 5 is 5. I cannot take 5 from 1, so I'm going to have to borrow from my tens place, make this an 11, and I am left with 6. So 65 is what I am left with. 65 over 5. I'm going to pull out my 50 one more time. 50 over 5 is 10. And when I subtract 65 minus 50, I get 15 over 5. Now, 15 over 5, I know because of my fact families that 15 divided by 5 is 3. So this is 3 wholes. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30, plus 3 is 33. So my answer for number 12 is 33 miles. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me for Magic Mustache Math 10-3 homework, and I will see you next time.